Hello and welcome to Darius Comic School, and today we take a look at Wolverine from the summer of '96. But we're taking a look at Adam Kubert. This was the comic I saw in probably summer of 1996, and this was on the stands, and it said in Italian Arma X, and it was in Italian Lire. This one is the German edition, and it features, as you can see, Adam Kubert, Dan Green, a legendary duo, and if not for Adam Kubert, I think I wouldn't have fallen so madly in love with comics the way I did. I got up here the Wolverine. Before this one, I will give you an introduction to that. But this was truly probably not my first love, because before I went to Italy, I got myself a big fat Hulk, and Dale Keown was drawing it, and it was just amazing. The story was kind of, I don't know, not that good, but the artwork was amazing. So I was already sensibilized. How do you say? I was into comics and into artwork, and I have to say, like, Adam Kubert is the reason I stayed for a while with comics. When he went away, and the quality of the writing kind of went from this to this, and the quality of the artwork went from peak to a valley, I left too. But probably Adam Kubert was my first real love in comics. And before I said I wanted to draw like Frank Miller and Mike Mignola, Adam Kubert was my man, and this is what I was seeing. Let me see. So, this is issue 3, but the cover of the Italian, it was like 2 full comics in a big fat issue. Let me grab an Italian one. It's here on the floor. These are the Italian issues, and as you can see, like for 5 lire or 5 lire, which is like $5, you get this. Can you imagine? Like you get like, I don't know. These are 4 single back paper issues. Like it's Factor X issue 1 and 2. And then it's Gambit and the Externals issue 1 and 2, and here Generation Next you get for 5 lire. You get 4 issues of Generation Next. Can you? And then in Italian, I don't know why. Everything, every book, every movie in Italian is like 10 times funnier. I don't know why, but it just is the way it is. So this is also like an artist spotlight to really show what Adam Kubert can do, and Dan Green on the inks. Like I have not yet made a series about inkers, but it is really important who inks the artist. We'll see that in a second, because like here it's Chris Buckalow and what's his name, Buckingham, Mark Buckingham, and the way Mark Buckingham inks Chris Buckalow is just epic. It's just epic, and so probably or I should do a series on inkers too. But let's get into this. So this is not the first issue. The first issue, this is like all the Wolverines, and the covers are just amazing. I hope you can see the whole amazingness. This is issue 2. Like the cover truly sells the comic. Issue 4, issue 3 probably, and this is issue 1. And I think Wolverine, this issue is pretty neat. It has some great artwork, and as you can see, it's very big. It folds out. Let me show you how big this is. Like, can you see this? This is a spectacle. It's beautiful, but it's also a bit unnecessary. And sure, you got a big this is the size of my hand. This is 1 page, 2 page, 4 page, but I would say a big splash page like this would be probably best used for showing a lot of stuff instead of just showing a big picture. That's like my opinion. But let's go into this. So let's put this back together. So issue 1, and Adam Kubert, what can I say about him? He has a very cool style. I don't know where he got his style from, but the whole run with Larry Hamma and Adam Kubert, I pretty much love what he does, and he always delivers. Like there's almost never a panel which I don't like. So we start out, I will give you a bit of an introduction. We start out here, and so we jumped from the normal world to the age of apocalypse. That's where I start seeing Adam Kubert. And sure, Andy's also cool, but Adam always was a bit darker, grittier. So we have the page turn on the splash page, and this is where the eye goes. Like, we're here, then we're here with the eye, and then we realize, okay, we gotta page, a splash page, and then this is what we see, and pretty detailed stuff. And I don't know if Adam Kubert has, well, definitely some of his father's genes, and then probably Silvestri, Marc Silverstri in him, maybe Jim Lee, I don't know. Like, comment down below where his techniques come from, or maybe from older artists that I'm not aware of. And big freaking spectacle. The Sentinel is racing here towards this Eurasian wall. I zoom in a bit, and nice silhouettes, and then a beautiful crash from the Sentinel. He crash lands there. Wolverine and Jean Grey from the Age of Apocalypse are there, jump off, and then we see the panels. There are some panels, I don't know, sometimes it's the inker, like it's probably not always all, well, I don't know. Sometimes I think if Dan Green inks him, is he the only inker on this issue? It's Dan Green, Chris Warner, and Carl Cassell. Yeah, you can really tell that Dan Green inks look like they fit best to Silvestri and to Adam Kubert. And here, beautiful layouts. Like Adam Kubert, in my eyes, almost always delivers. Like, the quality he puts in his drawings are, I would say, always great. I have different issues, like of the comic, like later the Onslaught saga, which Adam Kubert will pencil, and it's stuff like this that made me fall in love with him. Like, I don't know where these designs come from, but I don't know, he has a certain dynamic. Sure, here the inks are a bit strange, but let me show you like panels like this. Like, he delivers, you look at his artwork, and the artwork is beautifully crafted. Like, he puts a certain care into his artwork, a certain dynamic, a certain grittiness, things I truly resonate with. And you can say what you want, but the women, will get to more beautiful women. Like, these are the women he can draw. Like, the people look really good. Like, nothing looks wonky. And just his storytelling capabilities are great. And as you can see, great background. He doesn't skimp on anything, and pretty cool, as you can see here. Big page layouts, big splash pages, and then just for comparison, like you have Steve Scroach here, also a cool artist. I say a cool artist because like sometimes his faces look a bit wonky and just different, just like the proportion. It's probably a bit more cartoony, which is okay, but like the beauty is missing, the beauty of the right anatomy, and that's something important. Let me show. Like this is now definitely a great cover. Look at this, like beautifully drawn. And then here the comic starts. They land in Eurasia, and background, midground, foreground. Check this out. Like this is, let me see. It's Dan Green standalone, like no other person. And then Wolverine screaming, but the guy in the front looks beautifully drawn, like, yeah, probably a bit of his father in him. And then we turn the page and look at this splash page. Like this is beautiful. Look how big this is. And I will show you now the details. And this is where really the love for Adam Kubert started growing and almost never faded, because he always delivered. He had some great, like, look, this is just a tiny part of the page. You see what I mean? Like, look down there, it's Wolverine, and then in the front we see this guy, and now up here, and look at not necessarily details, but definitely the care he puts into the things he draws, and just great craftsmanship. Sometimes, I mean, Jim Lee has truly great craftsmanship, but sometimes his figures look very stiff. And with the Kubert brothers, probably that comes from their school or their father. Like everything seems very alive. As you can see, the figures, everything is in motion. It's beautifully. Look at the girl, Jane Grey holding a girl in the water, and then in the front, like, look at these people, like beautiful woman, good-looking man, good-looking older man, great-looking boy or man in the foreground. Like this is amazing craftsmanship, and also his storytelling capabilities. Yeah. And panels like this, faces like this, or this, like pretty cool. Great dynamics. Always when I'm reading an Adam Kubert comic or drawn by Adam Kubert, I would say I'm never bored, because things look so great. He seems to have great fun. His style is kind of detailed and beautifully, like. There are a lot of comic artists out there, really a lot, and I respect a lot of them, but this must be one of, definitely my top 100. Not one of the best, like I wouldn't say I resonate right now with him completely, but just look at the action, like small panels, big panels, background, action scenes, like he just puts the work in there. And what I truly love is like when he closes in on Wolverine and we see a face like this, or look at the Jane Grey face, like just beautifully drawn. This is really, you're looking at a great craftsman that understands action, anatomy, draws everything he can draw, doesn't shy away from anything, and delivers. Like there are almost no scenes where he does not deliver. Like, just looks great. Look at this one, just the face, the hair. Would be interesting. I have some comics here where Joe Madureira, Adam Kubert, Andy Kubert, to give interviews, and they tell who were their idols and something like that. And I might reread that so I know what's going on. But yeah, Just great stuff. Again, explosions. Larry Hamma delivers. I have to say, like, these issues, it's 24 pages and a lot is happening. Like every page is a beat, and it feels a bit rushed. That's a bit of the backdraw. Like Wolverine gets out here, Pierce is taking over with his people, and then look at this panel. Like, bam. Like, this is great. Just every page, like you I would say there's always every page there's something great to look at. Like, this could be the thumbnail, and these faces and the dynamics, just beautiful art. And then they battle it out, and I want to show you just a few story beats. Like, as you can see, an airplane, backgrounds, landscapes. Not everything is great, but most of the stuff is really truly great. Look at this, like Wolverine jumps up to the plane, wants to stop Jane Grey. Look at his face. And then this is beautifully. I mean, you can't argue this. Like, he gets the money shot. I can almost feel it. And better than that, like, the anatomy seems to be right, but it's not overdone. It's like everything you do need is there, and everything else is just simplified. And that's really great. And then beautiful panels. Let me show you issue 3. I just want to give you an overview, or the most beautiful. I have a lot of Adam Kubert comics. Again, in this era, I was really into his Wolverine, and then later he did a bit of the X-Men, and then I don't know where he went, but yeah, it was a shame because, like, really, really cool talent. He doesn't overdo it. He always delivers. Like, Joe Madureira, also a guy that when he was on the book, I was always excited. Adam Kubert, the same. Andy, I wasn't as excited, but he definitely grew on me. But Adam Kubert, I mean, look at this. Like sometimes John Romita Jr. Has his stuff, but and I would say, I don't know if I would draw in this style, but it's really, I don't know, maybe a bit of Greg Capullo in this too. I don't know who influenced who, but a lot of details, a lot of beautiful detail. Well, it just looks good. Look at this face here. And sure, maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea, but yeah, he always, in my eyes, or almost always delivers. And this is also a beautiful shot. So just documenting, I wish I could have made this shorter, but I want to give you some of the insights. And yeah, and there's also a lot of other great stories, like this one's also great, issue 4, great storytelling, but again, he never shies away from the work. He always delivers. I think each page he does with his best, how do you say, best effort. And just there is a playfulness in his lines, and he keeps this playfulness. Like, look this, it's a bit cartoony, it's a bit playful, but it's also, I think, very anatomically correct. He does then Ultimate X-Men, I think, for the first 3-4 issues, and it's beautiful. Like, just the things he delivers is just amazing. Yeah. So I think I should come to an end. I don't want to spoil too much, but I wanted to say Adam Kubert, one of my first loves, and yeah, I don't know if I'm still that hyped about him because my style changed a bit, but definitely great craftsmanship, great effort, always delivered or tried to deliver, and just a very recognizable style. And yeah, see you in the next video, and probably it will be a video about Andy Kubert, and we see us.